Good evening, I'm Randall Rowell.
And I'm Jackson Haney, and welcome to Sports Night.
Up first tonight, Trent Rayner talked to some T.R. Miller baseball with Dalton Mandel and Rowan Stallworth.
What can your team do to win the region?
We got to keep pitching good, keep playing good defense, and start hitting the ball a little bit better.
What and how can the team improve to win future games?
We need to improve in hitting the ball, getting on base more.
What can your team do to win the region?
We got to keep playing good defense and believe in each other and obviously beat Satsuma.
What and how can the team improve to win future games?
We got to start putting the ball in play more and have less strikeouts.
Here with all things tennis is Harrington Hobbs with the T.R. Miller Tennis News.
Welcome back, tennis enthusiasts. I'm Harrington Hobbs, and we've got a jam-packed episode filled with the latest updates and insights from the world of tennis. Let's dive in. First up, a tough match for our JV girls as they faced off against Flomaton and narrowly missed out on a victory with the final score of 4-5. It was a hard-fought battle, and we're proud of their determination on the court. Next, mark your calendars for this Monday, the 25th, as both our guys and girls teams gear up for a challenging matchup against Providence Christian in Dothan. Widely regarded as one of the toughest matches of the season, but our teams are ready to bring their A-game. Matches start at 11, and you can catch frequent updates at TRM Tennis on Instagram. We had the chance to catch up with John Moore, Edward Bridges, and Christian Fain, plus head coach Terrellyn Cass and JV boys number 2, Brooks Jernigan. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
I'm the number 4 singles player on the T.R. Miller tennis team, and I'm in the number 2 doubles team, and my partner is James Feely. And next week on our spring break, we are traveling to Dothan to play Providence Christian, who last year we lost in a close match with, so we're excited to play them this year and hopefully beat them. And then the week after that, we're traveling to Demopolis, where we'll play Selma and Demopolis for an area match, and we hope to win those too. At practice, we do a bunch of matches so we can kind of get ready for when the real thing happens. And we also do a bunch of drills, which help us. And we do serves a lot, and we'll do volleying drills and all that good stuff.
I'm the number 1 on the T.R. Miller tennis team, and this season we are undefeated, and we only have 5 more matches left, so I'm excited to see how that's going to go. Our coach is Miss Cass. She's a really good coach. She came in knowing literally nothing, and she's grown into a really good coach, honestly. She even learned how to drive the bus for us, so that's kind of nice that we didn't have to find someone to do that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. This season's going pretty good, and I'm excited to see how it's going to go.
I am number 5 on the T.R. Miller tennis team this year, and so when we go to practice, we start by warming up, and then after that we serve some, and then we either go do drills or we start playing scrimmage matches against each other to prepare us for our future matches. This year we have a really great team, and everyone's supportive of each other. We did lose 2 players from last year, though, and it's been kind of hard to fill their shoes, but I think we've got a good chance at state this year. Our last game was against Jay, and we won 5-4, and our next match is against Providence, and it's going to be pretty tough, but I think we've got it.
I'm with Coach Cass today with the T.R. Miller tennis team. I just got a couple questions for her. The first one being, how do you feel about the cohesion and chemistry of the team so far this year?
Well, after losing a lot of important seniors last year for the top 6, I felt like we kind of struggled to find ourselves at the beginning with our cohesion, because we had to put a lot of people together that have never played together before, and that was good and bad because I had a lot of people move up from lower 5 and 6 seeds up to the top, so that was good, being able to have people that have experience, but people that have never really played together before. So after about last week, I really felt like we started trying to figure it out, and I felt like everybody's coming together nicely at the end, getting ready for sectionals where I need them to be, especially a rocky start at the beginning of the year. But overall, I feel like we're getting where we need to be to get ready for sectionals.
And is there any other big games coming up this season that we have?
After our big win against Jay last week, I really feel like the next big game is against Providence Christian during spring break on Monday. It'll be a big game because we need to stay focused during spring break because right after is sectionals, but with them not being in our area, but having a tough loss to them last year at home, I feel like this is our game to come back for redemption and to see how we are going to stand up against sectionals. And then right after we get back from spring break, we have a big week ahead. We'll play Pace at home, Jackson at home, and then we'll turn around and play Demopolis in Demopolis. So I'm really looking to Providence to see how we can go in some big games toward the end of the season.
I'm with Brooks Jernigan, number 2 on the JV tennis team. Brooks, just give us the layout. How's your season been so far, man?
You know, it's been good. I've had a lot of, really close matches, a lot of good challenges throughout the different games. Won a few, lost a few, just kind of, a lot of good challengers this season. And I felt like I've really improved a good bit.
Yeah, any big opponents that you remember facing off against?
Well, one guy from Andalusia, I don't remember his name, but I went against him here, and then I lost to him. I think it was 6-1. Then I went back to Andalusia later in the season, and we played a really close game. It ended up 6-4. Still lost, but he's a pretty good competitor.
Yeah, improvements for sure. And then you got one more match coming up this Monday, beginning of spring break. Anything that you're preparing for mentally or physically about it?
Well, I always go in pretty confident into matches, so not too much mental side, I feel like. I'm just going to take the same mindset, be going into all the other games with, but mainly in practice, just giving it my all, working on everything.
In other news, the young Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz emerged victorious at Indian Wells, showcasing his exceptional talent on the court. But the American swing continues as the Miami Open gets underway, promising more thrilling matches and intense competition. And that's a wrap for today's tennis segment. Stay tuned for more updates as our teams take on Providence Christian this Monday. I'm your host, Harrington Hobbs. Until next time, keep on swinging.
At Flomaton, baseball, softball, tennis, track, and fishing are all in season. This week we talked to athletes from softball, track, and we even got an interview with baseball coach Kurt Bell.
It was pretty bad. I threw discus and I placed second in my heat in 27th overall. Our next track meet is tomorrow, the 21st at 3:30 at Brute. I throw discus and shot put, and this week I'm throwing javelin. And my favorite thing about track is probably it's just another sport that I can play. I hope to at least make state requirements in discus and at least place first in one of my heats. To all of us make state. I communicate with teachers, coaches, and managers, and work out time evenly to where I have time to do all of the above. A lot of my friends were doing track, and they convinced me to come try out. And after tryouts, I kind of liked it, so I'm here. To pass and make a lot better grades.
I held people's stuff while they were running. I recorded some of the athletes running or jumping or throwing. I also made sure they was eating and drinking. It was all right during the track meets. And it's like babysitting. I have to make sure they're at their right place at the right time and make sure they're all in the same area. It's really like babysitting. I think the coaches did the best they could. They did great. One of our athletes got hurt, and Coach K, he was the first one to be on hand to help her and carry her to the ambulance and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty great. As a coach, Coach Adams, he does his best, and he makes sure that everybody was at their right event at the right time. I just think we're just great as a team overall. Me personally, I think they need to work on just practicing a little bit more, because practice makes perfect. And I also think they need to, I don't know, they need to have more confidence in themselves. Some of them are like, like they have like like low self-esteem about their performance. But I think they did pretty good. But like I said, practice makes perfect. I think it went pretty well. We worked really hard and we did pretty good during the track meets. And I know we'll do better in the upcoming track meets and at sectionals as well. So the next track meet is today at TR Miller in Bruton. And we hope to place high. And we also want y'all to come out and support us as well.
For about 8 months now. Seven or 8.
What sport?
I coach basketball, football, and track.
How does the track team look this year?
The track team's looking good. We got a lot of young athletes this year, so we're going to be good for years to come. We've had 2 meets so far, both in Andalusia. Both have been really good for us. Showed our talents as a track team, and we got another one today at Miller. It's a lot of good competition in this region. There's a lot of good track athletes, so as long as we compete against those guys and girls, we'll be able to get prepared for state and have a good run at it. Our boys team is competing the best. My girls are coming along. You have to have athletes that make a certain time to qualify for sectionals, and then once they qualify for sectionals, if they do good enough, they can go to state. It's a lot of fun. You get to go out, compete against somebody else that you normally don't compete against, and you get to have fun. Competition is always fun when you're going against somebody else.
Well, we're starting area play today against Cottage Hill. So up to this point in the season, we've been kind of up and down. Early in the season, we were playing really, really well, and over the course of the last couple of weeks, we've taken some lumps, but we've had some very, very stiff competition that we've played against. So that's done in an effort to try to prepare us more for our area play against Cottage Hill and WS Neal, so that when we are playing those games, we will have seen competition at a higher level than them. I think that we're sitting in a good spot going into area play. If we can win our first game against Cottage Hill today, that sets us up to be in a position to take that series and really take control of our area. And hopefully be able to host in the first round.
Nice.
Well, it's always good to play the local teams around here. We've already completed our series against Northview and we swept them. We still got one more game with TR Miller to play, another one with Jay. Play Central out of Shamuckla, and they're always a competitive team. So anytime you're in competition with your local teams, for bragging rights in the community, that's always a good thing. We've got another game against Foley, which is a 7A school that we played last weekend, and they beat us by 1 run, so that's a chance for us to hopefully get a win against a higher division team, and they'll have to come here to play that. So that's kind of what we're looking forward to. Yeah, I think like I said, the two games against Northview were really, really good for us. They have a lot of talent, but we played together better as a team against them, and so those games were challenging. Again, we've played several upper division teams as far as schools in higher classifications, and have hung with them. I know we were in the game against Orange Beach up until the very end, competed well against them. We played Bayshore Christian earlier in the season, a 3-game set, and they're usually a very, very good 2A team that makes deep playoff runs. They won a couple of state championships. We won the first game against them pretty handily, and we're up in a position to win the second game and let that one get away from us. So that's some of the other teams that we've played so far that we think have gotten us prepared. Well, I'm going to answer the second question first. Blake Max was cleared to play this week, and so we're really, really looking forward to seeing him back out there. He shores up center field for us. All of our outfielders have played really, really well